Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm going to do a quick video this morning about the holidays in Panama in November. Why is this video important? No, it's not so that you can plan your vacation around the holidays and whatnot. Well, I guess that's part of it. But lately, things start to get cold up in North America and Europe, and we got a lot of people that start coming to warm tropical Panama starting around November. And what a lot of people don't realize is when they come in November that there's a series of holidays that happen here in Panama called the Fiestas Patrias. And what this is it's kind of like Thanksgiving and July 1st for Canadians, July 4th for Americans, and Labor Day and everything all kind of rolled into one. So it's there's a lot of holidays that happen in Panama in November. And what you get is you get people coming to look at real estate, in my particular case that I'm dealing with, or tourists that come because it starts to get cold in their home countries. And they get here and then they're very surprised that a lot of things are closed or shut down, or it's hard to get things done. Or, for example, recently I've had a few real estate deals start to initiate. And then I have buyers that are in their home countries that are getting frustrated because, for example, like lawyers or other officials that they need to deal with are not getting back to them fast enough. And what they don't realize is that it's a lot of holidays happening. So, for example, this year, the three major days off that are all national holidays took place. Well, they always take place on November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But those days happen to be a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then it's followed up by the fourth holiday happening on November 10th, which happened to be the following Monday. So what you ended up with was people having the weekend off, Saturday, Sunday. Then they have a long weekend of the Monday off, plus they have the Tuesday, Wednesday off. So of course, Thursday, Friday were work days, but a lot of people just took the extra days off and didn't go back to work for the Friday or the Thursday and the Friday. They took the following weekend off plus the additional extra Monday off. So you had a lot of people having like an 8-day holiday basically, because there was four major national holidays that fell into it, and they fell on the perfect timing of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the following Monday this year. Now, the November holidays are always on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, and 28th. But they don't always fall that it's that perfect Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday following Monday. But what it usually does result in every single year is that a lot of Panamanians take off extra days, and they tend to take most of that week or week and a half off for holidays. It's a very, very important time of year. Like I said, it's kind of like July 1st, July 4th, Thanksgiving, Veterans Day. It's all kind of like that, all rolled into one. And it's a time when a lot of people that say live in Panama City, but maybe they have family in the interior, they return to the interior to visit that family. They go to their mom's house, they go to their grandma's house, they get together with their cousins, they celebrate, they have parades, obviously, because for example, November 3rd is Separation from Colombia Day, so it's when Panama gained its independence from Colombia, so that's obviously the type of thing where they have a lot of patriotism around. Then November 4th is Flag Day, again, very similar to July 1st or July 4th for Canadians and Americans. And then there's Cologne Day, which is not always celebrated in all of Panama, but it's definitely still part of kind of the national holiday chain. And then you get into to November 10th, and that's the first cry for independence, when they started to try to separate away from Spanish colonial rule. And that's when kind of the initiation of it was. And then November 28th is the actual independence from Spain, is what happens on that, which is at the end of the month. So again, the biggest thing that happens out of all of this is it tends to be that things shut down, banks are closed, lawyers' offices are closed, government offices are closed. So you get basically a week and a half where nothing gets done, which is fine. It's holiday season, but it's very, very, very important for the people to know and to respect that Panamanians have their own holidays. They have their own holiday season. They have their own national days where they have their own patriotism. So you can't expect that in your own country, or just because you're on vacation or whatever, that things are just going to be, par for the course, when everybody's really looking forward to having that family time and time away from having to work, and that downtime to relax. And the other big thing in Panama is the party always comes first, which is it sometimes is a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. It depends on what you have to get done. But people here, they have their holidays. It would be like if I was in Canada and it was July 1st and somebody wanted me to work, I'd say, sorry, it's July 1st. It's a holiday. It's time for family time. So that's what happens here as well. So when you're planning your trips, when you're doing what you're doing, the biggest thing is to try to understand the culture. I think that's extremely important. Try and understand what's important to people here, because we're using lawyers here that are Panamanians. We're using government services that are obviously tied to when they work and when they don't work. So that's a little bit of education on the importance of the November holidays. I've had a lot of discussions with clients, buyers and sellers lately about, I didn't know it was holidays. Which is fine. When I came here, obviously, I didn't know about these holidays either, but now it's part of life. Living in Panama is that these are the days when you take a little bit of a downtime, take a little bit of a break, and you enjoy that time with family, because you got to do it while you can. All right, anyways, that's the video for today, and now you know a little bit about more of how Panama functions and some of the holidays that are involved. Take care, and have a good day.